that's why it can feel so busted. It's like this stick that someone has and they keep beating you with it over and over again. Round 2, round 3, round 4, round 5. And you feel like you can do nothing about it. Should Tleilaxu Master be banned? So welcome to part 2 of this series. And in this episode we'll be talking about how to maximize Tleilaxu Master if you draw into it. Tleilaxu Master is a very powerful card. I feel almost losing every time someone buys it round 1. Should it be banned is another question. But if you do happen to buy it, round 1, round 2, let me talk about how you should play it. So Tleilaxu Master is a card that is very powerful, and the main strength comes from the bottom part of the card when you reveal it. You get 1 persuasion and 2 research icons. Each research icon is very precious. Each is almost 1 intrigue card's worth of playing, or it's half an action. What that allows you to do is to move down the research track, and the faster you move down, the more resources you get. And these resources can be put into accelerating, drawing Tleilaxu Master, making this card feel very, very broken. So let me set up a scenario that Doom was in, right? So what happened is that Doom managed to buy this card round 1. So let me pull out the cards that he had. So what he did this game is that first he came to Wealth, right? And then he played he went to Mentat. He drew into his dagger. And in this scenario, because green went to use his atomics, right? Tleilaxu Master appeared on the row. He countered that, I'm at 4. If I go to Tech Negotiators, which is open, I can get to 5. And then he bought Tleilaxu Master. So concept number 1, rotations. This card will now go into its first rotation. A rotation is whenever you shuffle your discard pile and put it into your deck and draw it. So this happens whenever your deck is empty. And the reason why he triggers a rotation round 2, normally you just draw the remaining 5, is because he drew a card. And the ways you can draw cards round 1 is through mostly Mentat and through Arrow-Keen. So this triggers a rotation, and if you buy a powerful card round 1, this gives you possibility of seeing the card round 2 or potential round 3. Or definite round 3. So this is one of the hidden powers of drawing card round 1 is that it forces a rotation. So he has all his good cards here. He wants to force a rotation. So then now he has Tleilaxu Master, and the entire game plan warps around drawing Tleilaxu Master. You want to draw it as many times as possible, and so we'll be trying to force as many rotations as possible. So let us reveal. He purchases Tleilaxu Master, and then we can hit Makers and Recall. Should be round 2, so let's just move that there. Okay, and then we would draw 5 cards. So I'll talk about the second concept of playing Tleilaxu Master. The second concept of playing Tleilaxu Master is the draw turns and then the rest turns, right? So when you don't have Tleilaxu Master, what you want to be doing is to draw as many cards as possible to get Tleilaxu Master, right? And in this case, what Doom over Morel did, right, is that he wanted to go to Research Station to draw 2 cards, right? So he gained Water, and then he went to Research Station to draw 2 cards. Let me just pull out the scenario that he had. This is the exact scenario that he had. He had 2 Convincings and a dagger. Do note that he actually had 6 cards in his reshuffle, and out of the 6 cards, he actually drew 3 of them. The probability of him drawing Tleilaxu Master is 50%. He had a 50% of playing Tleilaxu Master round 2. And if he did, it will be even more powerful. When he goes to Research Station, he gets a bump, and then he gets 1 Tleilaxu cubes. When he revealed, he bought 2 cards. He bought Gurney, and then he bought Stitch Horror. So this round, what happens is that he tried to draw as many cards as possible to draw into Tleilaxu Master, and the reason you should be doing this is that Tleilaxu Master is a very powerful card, and the more you draw into it, the better it is. So your entire game plan warps around this card. You kind of ignore a lot of things that are happening on the board, and you just play into Tleilaxu Master. In this game, I won't talk about drawing spice. I don't think there was any option where drawing spice was very good. And drawing spice, for Arena, you minus 1 spice and you draw a card. So I don't think there was a situation that popped up. So let's just ignore the spice that's building up. Okay. On the next round, what happens is that he has Tleilaxu Master already. I think he gained 4 Solari. And yeah, so based on the vote he drew into these cards, okay, he drew into Signet Ring, he drew into Tleilaxu Master, he drew into Dagger, he drew into Diplomacy, and he drew into Convincing. Okay, so the second thing, so we're talking about still about the rest turns and the draw turns. So this turn we have Tleilaxu Master. So what should it be doing? It should be a rest turn. You should be collecting as much resources as possible so they can draw in future rounds. So once again, resources are water, of spice, and Solari. Okay. Once again, there was no good way in the game to collect spice. So what he did was he collected water. Right? He collected water, and based on how the board was going, right? I think this was the exact combat at that point of time. So he chose to play his dagger. No, he chose to play his ring, right? To go to Mentat and draw. I do not agree with this completely because it leaves his last card very awkward. And I think this was the last card he had in hand. It could be either a Convincing or experimentation, but the experimentation was not very good as well. So let's say you play your ring. You come and you Mentat, you get additional water. So the idea of playing the ring is correct. I don't think this is the right place to play your ring. I think based on whoever has acted that round, there was not a lot. You must look at the combat as well. I think this combat, he had no more troops. This combat gives you a water as well. So it's worth actually putting in a troop. I think no one else really had much troops. I think blue had no troops, green had no troops. Red was committed 3, right? At this point in time, coming to Kartek is very, very strong. You get an intrigue card and you put 1 troop in. In the end, if he did this, he would definitely have gotten at least 3rd place. If he did this in the game, he would have gotten 2nd place, but he could have gotten, maybe he gotten 3rd place. No, both are great. So you already get water, and if this were the situation play out, he will get another water and another intrigue. So how this differs from what he had is that he loses out on this water. So once again, if you're a Tleilaxu Master, you want to be drawing as much. Drawing as much resources as possible. So this is one of your rest turns, or recovery round in some sense. So he will reveal, and the third thing I want to talk about is how to maximize your research icons. So to maximize your research icons, right, your research icons should be helping you to gear into 2 things, or into 1 thing, is to draw Tleilaxu Master as much as possible. That is your entire win condition, right? You bought a powerful card, everyone says it's broken, let it be broken and let it carry you to victory. So the route I suggest is also based on the video I posted about the research track. You get a Scarab, and then you trash a card. You trash a card because you have a powerful card and you want to see it as much as possible. In this case, I'll trash a Dagger, then I'll move down. And he didn't buy anything, and I wouldn't buy anything also. I mean, your deck is so strong already. You have a Gurney, you have Stitch Horror, you have a Dagger. You don't have a Dagger. You have a Tleilaxu Master, and you have trashed the Dagger. what Dune Memorials did is he came down the most efficient route. However, I think if you get Tleilaxu Master, try to trash as early as possible. This will accelerate your main power in your game, which is Tleilaxu Master. So reveal, then I can hit makers. So on this round, Dune Memorials did something that I think that was different from what I would have done. So in this case, he went to card deck. It was a point combat, but so back to concept number 2. Concept number 2: if I do not have Tleilaxu Master, what do? I draw into Tleilaxu Master. So Tleilaxu Master's in my discard. I want to draw into it. I would have gone to research station, drew two cards, and then I would have moved here and got another intrigue. So I mean, they don't matter. The aim of the game is to draw into like Tleilaxu Master. So I drew 2 cards. I draw 1 more. I drew the dagger. No, is a dagger a draw? No. So in this case, what would I have done? If you have resources, you spend it to draw, right? And then still you do not have it. You have 2 cards left. Let's just try to draw it. And you draw into Tleilaxu Master. Okay, so on the turns that you do not have the Tleilaxu Master, you're spending all your resources to try to get to Tleilaxu Master. So then I'll trash another card, I'll research, get another cube, get another bump, right, and when I reveal for, what's this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, I reveal for 8. If I don't see anything, I'll atomics a row and buy something. So let's just say I atomics a row and buy something. Maybe I buy full scale assault. Get Dreadnought. Okay, I'll research twice. I'll look to trash another card. I can trash this card now. I get another cube. I get a cube from revealing as well. And with these 3 cubes, I can advance my Tleilaxu track and gain 2 spice. Right, this spice also is useful because it allows you to go to selective breeding. Right? So now I would have gotten some troops from Gurney as well. So you see I have drew this card round 3 and I have drew this card round 4. So let's try to draw it round 5 as well. Reveal, and we can hit makers. So in this case, we are trying to gather as much resources as we can. We're trying to draw as much as we can in order to draw Tleilaxu Master. So in this case, let's go to Arrakeen. We draw 1 card, and then we get a research icon. We maybe get a water and we get a beetle as well. Beetle being one of the win conditions you have, and then come here, you get another beetle, you draw a card. On your next turn, if it's available to you, you go into Mentat, you get more water, and now you have Tleilaxu Master. Right, and now because you have Tleilaxu Master, this will draw you 2 cards in the deck, and then you can actually kind of play 1 more card. Maybe I can send it anywhere. Maybe this will get me a point, so I take this. Finally, when I reveal, I will draw 2 because of Tleilaxu Master. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I can buy something else. So at this point in time, you'll also be trying to hit 9 and buy Spice Must Slows. But I think the concept I want to see is that, you know, after missing it on round 2, I was able to gain it round 3, round 4, round 5. And I'm pretty sure I'll be able to do it round 5, round 6 or so. With the resources I have, you know, I can definitely do it. And now every time I reveal Tleilaxu Master, it draws me 2 cards. So now every time, now you're at the end of the research track, how you should maximize your game is that you should either, okay, so there are either 2 conditions. One condition is that if you can buy a Spice Must Flow, you should buy it. And if you cannot, then you can always try to use Tleilaxu Master to acquire cards, because the on-play effect also is very good. If you draw 2 and you cannot hit your Spice Must Flow, then you should consider playing this card and acquiring a card into your hand. It's very powerful at this point in time, but Spice Must Flow is your main victory condition at this point. So every round you are trying to get a Spice Must Flow because of this, and also with all the other advantages you build up. You know, with whatever resources you have, you'll be able to claim your remaining hanging points, the remaining friendships that you have. You also have gotten to the end. You have gotten your 2 Benny Tleilaxu points, you know, 2 points from there, 4 points from here, multiple Spice Must Flows, and a lot of resources and troops, you know, that you probably could win a combat or 2. You have a bunch of intrigue cards that you can generate value from, and that's how you win the game. Okay, so you win the game by playing this every single round. You know, that's why it can feel so busted. You know, it's like this stick that someone has and they keep beating you with it over and over again. Round 2, round 3, round 4, round 5. And you feel like you can do nothing about it. Other players are like maybe at this spot of the track, you know, and then you're like, this person's all the way at the end. This is one of the reasons why it can feel so miserable to play against. You see it all the time and they are way ahead of you. So I hope you picked up the points. I'll put a summary into I'll put a summary up now that you can look through. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you get Tleilaxu Master, and I hope you beat the hell out of people with it. It's a very fun card, it's a very powerful card, and I hope I get to play games with it. But the likelihood that it comes around to me is very, very low. I don't think I have given up on seeing this card. Maybe someone will nuke the row in front of me and it'll fall to me. But based on my luck, I don't think it will happen. But if it does, another video will come out. I hope you enjoyed this video. Hopefully tomorrow's one will be good as well. See you around.